here we have Terra Luna, symbol LUNA, versus the dollar. I wanted to follow up on this one from the last video, as we did hit, I believe, our first target. No, we did not hit our first target based off the breakout. That was coming in a little bit deeper at about 118 to 125 or so. Anyways, is getting its first pullback after closing on new all-time highs, which, you know, it's not like the end of the world here. But I want to offer up a really big area of interest for a potential major failure. I don't think it's necessarily here just yet. It would be below 94.5. So that is to say, as long as it's above about 94.5, I do look at this one as, you know, just pulling back into another higher low, and still, I guess, rather likely to hit that next continuation target. But below about 94.5, especially on a daily closure, I do look for this one to correct heavily down to the low 80s, upper 70s, and then I'd come back to it after that. Until then, I do want to see the 5-day, which closed last night. Yeah, closing on new all-time highs, not the worst sign, but do want to see continuation on this one actually in the next 5 to 10 days minimum. Otherwise, I would look at that as a sign that this one's probably going to end up being a major bull trap. Let's see what it looks like over here, and I want to see what the lower term timeframes look like a little bit later and kind of put the puzzle piece together. But in this case, well, hourly is going to be turning up, so probably trading a little bit sideways and up in the short-term timeframes. Daily is turning down below about $1.04.5, so I do look at this one as medium-term corrective. 5-day turns down below 90 bucks. That would be quite devastating, and weekly below about 70 bucks. Kind of too high of a time frame for something like this, so that's a little bit on the newer side. 109 on the 12 hours, so let's go back on over here. Let's go to the short-term timeframes, and yeah, I'd probably be looking for a bit of sideways right here. Probably does try for a bit of a weekend rally, but just like Bitcoin, just like Ethereum that we went over as well, I would not consider this one as, confirming this next major daily higher low actually until you're at minimum closing, medium-term time frame, preferably a daily back above about $1.05.5. If it can, or sorry, $1.05.25. If you can do that, I would be looking at this one as then en route towards these next targets at about $1.18 to $1.26. Or $1.25, and probably even more over time as well. But for right now, should be known on the daily, 1, 2, 3 drives of bearish divergence, very low volatility. The next target on that would actually be 95 bucks. So if you do start to close below, again, that 94.5, that's where I start to look at this as like a major bull trap in progress, and you can expect much lower over time. Until then, I'm still looking at pullbacks as higher lows. Again, just easier to watch Bitcoin in this case, but yeah, one of the stronger ones. So hopefully that was helpful. And there you go for Luna.